Mi amor, Cortés, es que te quiero tanto. Dame una oportunidad para enseñarte cómo soy. Un hombre de verdad y yo te cuidaré. ¿Qué es que lo que necesito hacer? Quiero estar contigo, pero dame una oportunidad.
Solo una noche quiero yo contigo, pa' pasarla rico y solito pegadito. Soy un hombre muy sincero y te lo repito. Como tú te mueves me tienes enloquecido. Olvida los problemas, ven a pasarla bien. Noches en Miami con billete de 100. Nadie se compara contigo, dime quién. Dices que me extrañas, yo te extraño también. Se vuelve loca cuando le ponen racata. Bebé, por favor, dime qué es lo que va a pasar. No te preocupes que siempre te voy a cuidar. Bebé, te prometo que nada te va a pasar. Solo una oportunidad para estar en tu vida. Muy linda, muero si tú te vas. Girl, I really like it when you move like that. How you move like that.
Una oportunidad para enseñarte cómo soy. Un hombre de verdad y yo te cuidaré. ¿Qué es que lo que necesito hacer? Quiero estar contigo, pero dame una oportunidad. Atrévete, baby, déjate llevar. Tú sabes lo que digo, lo que siento por ti es real. Abrázame muy fuerte y no me dejes ir. Cuando estás a mi lado yo soy feliz. Te prometo besos y caricias, motivarte y causarte sonrisas. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, baby, te amo es verdad, pero primero dame solo. Dame una oportunidad para enseñarte cómo soy. Un hombre de verdad y yo te cuidaré. ¿Qué es que lo que necesito hacer? Quiero estar contigo, pero dame una oportunidad para enseñarte cómo soy. Un hombre de verdad y yo te cuidaré. ¿Qué es que lo que necesito hacer? Quiero estar contigo, pero dame una oportunidad. Oh, see the youngin'. DJ Christi Lux.
Wacky Wednesday.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Unfiltered. The real deal. No pre-planning. No chingaderas. Straight up from the bill.
Wacky Wednesday.
B-Town's very own.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Here's your host, Bumper Gomez.
And we're live for the third time this week. Welcome to another episode of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, here from the big city, my loving city of San Antonio, Texas. Super. I've just had a great day. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. I'm on a, as what they call right now, a natural high. And I can promise you, we're only one shot of tequila in. That's it. Just one shot of tequila in. But tonight, we're breaking another Wacky Wednesday barrier tonight for you guys. It's my very, very first time ever having a urban artist on. But we're going to talk about it, man. It's not just, the name might throw some people like, hey, come on, aquí, bumper, no que tejano, que la chinga. Hey, don't worry about it, all right? Don't worry. Just hang out, take it easy, all right? Take it easy. Hang out with us. You're in for a treat. I promise you. I've been listening to this wonderful woman's music all day today, and it's awesome. It's super, super awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my guest this evening, all the way from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Laredo.
Dallas by way of Laredo, from Laredo, Texas by way of Dallas.
Del 35 para arriba.
Yeah. Miss Christi Lux, welcome to Wacky Wednesday. Christy, how you doing?
Thank you, Bumper, for having me here. Such a treat for me, as well. So
yeah, it's man. Ahorita I can't think of. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this down. I can't think of his name right now. But he reached out to me a while back. It was her. It was her. You reached out to me a while back, and at the time I was like, I looked you up, and I was so gung ho Tejano. I'm like, man, I don't know if the world's ready for me to bring a Christi Lux. But how things happen, I'm a big believer in the Lord does stuff in mysterious ways. For some reason, I saw, because I do follow you on social media, I saw that you were heading to San Antonio. Mm-hmm. And it actually, this idea started last night. Yeah. And if you don't believe me, you go back and watch my Wacky Wednesday on a Tuesday with the legendary La Voz, Mr. Jay Perez. At the very end of the show, I said, hey, I got a surprise for you guys. Tomorrow we're going to have, people are like, are you going to have another show tomorrow? Because tomorrow is Wednesday. Right. I said, yeah, we're going to have another show. And so I said, I knew it. I said, man, just maybe. So early. Hey, what time was it when I said that? It was around 8 o'clock. It was early this morning, right? You going to be quiet? You're not going to talk?
Oh, no. She's focusing right now.
She's over there sharing all over the stuff. Yeah, she's marketing. My bad. But anyway, it was early this morning.
On the way.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, Bump, we'll do it. I said, all right, cool. So, Christy, now you're here. You're on Wacky Wednesday.
Thank you. Well, I am a believer of God. So, throughout my whole musical journey, that's how I've been just riding the wave, because God puts me in the right spot at the right time. So
Christy, here on Wacky Wednesday, we talk about anything and everything. That's where the name Wacky comes from, right? Some people give me a hard time about it, but it's all right. It's my name. I'm going to stick to it, right? But, Christy, you said Laredo, ¿Nuevo Laredo o Laredo?
Bueno, yo nací en Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, México, pero crucé el charquito.
Yeah,
okay, the border, and con mi familia and looking for a better future.
Yeah.
So I grew up partly in Laredo, Texas as well. And
hey, how old were you, Christy, when you guys came over here?
12.
12? You were 12?
I was 12, so yeah.
Man, to stop and think about it, I'm thinking about a 12-year-old girl now in today's world and today's society. And here in South Texas, I think we get so accustomed to the frontera that we don't think about it, right? But for some, it's still another country.
No, it was different.
It's still, es otro idioma, es otro país, right? Tienes que cruzar una frontera to get here. And yeah, people near the border, I guess there's a lot of similarities, right? You don't maybe get too homesick porque, everything you have over there, you have on this side as well. But once you start going to school, and that's when I think you really start seeing the difference, man. How was that for you for a 12-year-old little girl?
Well, when I first moved, I was like, wow, they have AC here in the United States. They give us food. Wow, I get breakfast. I have lunch. To me, I really loved school. I was very into it, just because in Mexico, it was different sometimes. We didn't have food over there to eat unless your parents send you with a little bit of money or like a taco or something so you can eat, But it was very, very different. We had to clean our own classrooms before starting class. I don't know. It was just
In
different.
Mexico.
In Mexico.
Tienes que limpiar before you start. Everybody clean. At the end of the day, you clean your own class.
Yeah, we
no janitors.
No, they have, but for the outside. But in the classroom, they will pick like certain days, certain students.
Where's my educators that are watching that tonight? I think we need to start this in San Antonio.
Yes.
Here in the United States, it would teach kids like, hey, you can't just go around making a mess because guess what? You got to clean up after yourselves.
So it was good. That part was good. The bad part was that because of I didn't know any English at the time, and I tried.
Nada, Christy,
nada. No más maybe.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, just hi. Yeah, so I would get bullied. By boys in school. But no, yo nunca me dejé.
So cuando cruzaste, te quedaste ahí en Laredo?
En Laredo, Texas, sí.
In Texas. And you were there, you started going to school in Laredo.
In Laredo,
so 12 years old, you would have been, what, 7th grade? 6th grade?
Yeah, 6th, 7th grade.
6th or 7th grade? ¿Y acabaste la escuela ahí en Laredo?
Sí, la acabé en la escuela ahí, pero me moví después to West Texas for a little bit, and then I lived in New Mexico for a little bit too, and then to Dallas.
To Dallas. So I don't usually do this when I have a woman on the show, but I'm really good at guessing ages.
Oh,
I can't even guess. Ya está mirando para acá. No.
Yeah, I mean I'm very young.
That's good. Ay, los ojos. No, Christy. So again, I was reading up on you today, and I told Christy, like, and I'm honest with our fans of the show, like, I really enjoy doing interviews like this sometimes when I absolutely know nothing about the music, and sometimes nothing about the person because there's so much questions that I have, right? Sometimes when I have somebody that I'm very comfortable with, sometimes I don't ask questions that I think other people should hear because I already know the answer. Like, well, why am I going to ask them? I already know the answer. But these people don't know the answer, right?
They don't know Christi Lux la supernova yet.
Yeah, no. There you go, entrepreneur. I already like these words that you're using. But no, man, I find it very interesting that the music that I heard today, it fits the word, right? Urbano. It fits urban. It fits that category perfectly. But how did a little girl from Laredo end up in that kind of music? The better question would be, what was your first love? What kind of music was your first love?
Well, I don't really consider myself a person that has only one certain type of liking for a certain type of music.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up listening to my parents' music, which is rock. It varies from like classic rock en español, baladas, pop.
Your parents like classic rock?
Yeah.
Metallica and Molly Crew.
They like all that. Alice in Chains.
¡Hala, chica!
Entonces, growing up too, también tengo influences. Pues también I went through my little emo moment where I liked like Korn and Slim Biscuit and other.
Y todo negro, everything.
Sí, todo negro, pinche cabello colores. I hate love songs, type of shit,
Wow.
So I have a little moment, but also, I grew up listening to, like I said, pop, Tejano, Selena.
Yeah.
Always been a freaking Boy Pulido. He was like my forever crush.
¿Cómo? How was he?
My forever crush. So, I mean, mi papá es big fan of Jay Perez, la voz,
Yeah.
Entonces, pero pues también me gusta lo mainstream. So, one of my loves también es la música urbana, just because mainly you can do fusions with other genres.
Mm-hmm.
So I really, really appreciate that. But that's why I decided to come into a Tejano, because Tejano is a genre where you can easily venture out into other genres.
Other stuff. For sure.
Fusion, so.
For sure. Like we've had, here on the show, we've had Gabriela. You know Gabriela Martinez?
Oh, sí.
Yeah, Gabriela, when she came from Florida, I'd followed her since she was in Florida, followed her whole trip over here, and I got to sit down with her. And I haven't talked to her in a while, but I follow her on social media, and it's good to see exactly what you just said. Like she came here, she pulled around with and I don't think she's gone away from Tejano, but it just led her to other ventures, right? She's doing other stuff with Baby Bash and all kinds of stuff in Houston, which is not necessarily Tejano, but it got her there. Yeah. And the reason, earlier I put, with some awesome musical roots because, you just hit it right now. You just said your parents played all this music, you took it all, and here comes Christi Lux, right? Yeah. So the number one question I'm sure that most people have for me, Christi Lux, how does a Mexicana have a name, Christi Lux? And I know when people get into show business, cambian los nombres or whatever, but is there a how did you get that name? A reason?
There's a reason. Okay, I'm gonna disclose this information here. So I'm the firstborn in my family as the grandkid. So había una peleadera. There was a big old fight. Whose name they're gonna have?
Yeah.
So my mom was like, I want Christian because there was some famous actress that she liked, or like Christian Bach or something. And then one of my grandpa was like, well, name her Luz because that's my grandma. But my mom was like, oh, well, what about my grandma too? So they named it Christian, Luz, Susana. And then my last name, which is 2 over there in Mexico. So it's like 5 names that I have. So growing up, every time I would go to a classroom and present myself, introduce myself to the class, I would say my name Christian. They always assume that I'm a boy. Or like, are you a girl? I'm like, what do you mean if I'm a girl?
Hey, Chrissy, if they only saw you like a few years later, they would have known you're a woman.
No, but
they would have known you're a woman.
I was very slim, tall, and maybe the way I dress, very simple, has something to do with it. But the name, because it's not, it's very rare or it's not very common for a female to have the name Christian. It's majority males, but it's a unisex name. So, and then people always call me the wrong name, Cristina, like Christian. But
so your a real name is Christian.
Christian, like the religion.
Christian.
Yeah.
I could see where you would say people would start,
So the Lux, it came because before I even started doing music, I opened up my own business, which is a clothing store like for women that caters only to women, which is like party dresses, like glam stuff, very
fancy stuff,
feminine stuff for partying.
Luxurious.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, my name of the store is Lux Exclusive. So a lot of people in the fashion world, they would refer to me as Lux. So I kind of just blended together. Christi Lux.
Man, you just opened up my mind to a whole bunch of other shit right now. Like, you said the word entrepreneur, right? Mm-hmm. And yeah, Wacky Wednesdays is big on music, but I want to go down that route. You sell these luxurious women clothes. And in my mind, I'm already thinking right now, like, here comes this girl from Mexico, young girl, forces herself to learn the language, right? Starts her own business. And in the meantime, look, I'm going to do some music too. You know what I mean? That's awesome. That is for me, that is a prime example of people chasing the American dream.
No, honestly, that's exactly what it is. I'm living my American dream. Like my family, we made that transition coming to the United States. Of course, we came in here legally. I didn't come here like other people do, but I was blessed with that. But yeah, like one of the things that I appreciate about my parents is that I actually respect the values that they make sure that us, their kids, to grow up and tener valores, como dice mi papá, tener valores es muy importante en una familia mexicana. ¿Por qué? Porque pues te enseñas a trabajar. I've never been an entitled person. Everything that I have earned it, and I'm able to put in the work and prove myself, that what I'm capable of. So everything that I do regarding like business and music is by design. It's not just by coincidence. Like I did the business part with the music is perfect to blend together because it's a brand. You create your brand.
You're creating. Everything you do, like all your pictures. You know what I mean? And you know, you're gonna get some abuelitas that are gonna go by and see your photos and gonna be like, a la madre, like
Abuelitas love me. No.
Hey!
Abuelitas love me. Like, hija, oh my God. Me acuerdo cuando yo tenía esa edad. I'm like, oh, I wish I did that too.
No,
I love them.
that's cool. Hey, I just got a message. I was supposed to put my earphones on today, but I'm wearing a hat, so I didn't wear my earphones. Somebody said that you guys can barely hear her. I see she's right on the mic, so I think I'm pretty sure it sounds pretty good. So some of my regulars that watch, can you give me a thumbs up? Like, hey, Bump, it sounds good. Maybe it's just that person, their sound. So let me know if y'all can hear Christy very, very clearly. I'd appreciate it. And before I forget, I want to give some shout outs. Special shout out to the little homie from Pearsall, Texas, right? Who am I talking about?
DJ Brandon.
DJ Brandon. Shout out to DJ Brandon. He's always supporting the show. He said that he was going to take your shirt and my shirt. He was going to cut them in half, and he was going to sew them together and make his. He was going to wear it tonight.
Much love to the DJ Brandon, all the way, and his dad, all the way to Pearsall.
To Pearsall. Y'all saw him today?
Yes, we met up with him. And last week too, I was passing, because I was in Laredo, so I was passing through Pearsall, and I just stop
by and say what's up. Yeah. He's good people, man. He's good people. Always supporting La Onda. He's a great kid, man. So, Chrissy, I'm again, just for the record, I'm super excited that we can talk the American dream in a sense too, right? Not just music. Your parents brought you here for a reason, and you know you're doing it, right? How in the hell does a lady get involved with like saying, "Hey, I want to open up a clothing store"? Where do you go to buy clothes to sell?
Well, to research for one, right? But fashion is something that I've always been. That I have a love for fashion as well, especially because growing up in Mexico with my family, we couldn't really afford actual Barbies. Like, I always wanted to have Barbies.
I'm listening. I like it. I like
Barbies and play with them. I see some people some little girls that will have it, you know, and to me that was impossible. So I don't know. Whenever I'm gonna get a little deep. I don't usually share this.
That's what it's a show's about. You get his. You know, you talk about what you want to talk about. It's all good.
So I have a child, right? And he's special needs.
Okay.
So by having a special needs child, it kind of made it difficult for me to get a regular job because everything is going on with his health.
You have to be there 24/7.
Yeah. So there's like a lot of stuff that goes on with him. So it was impossible for me to have a regular job and, you know, just work a regular job because sometimes they was coming from school or something's happening. He's having seizures and he had to be taken to the hospital.
Right.
So, unfortunately, because that's what made me like, okay, what can I do? Well, I got to pay bills.
How do you hustle?
How do I hustle? So I started little by little saving for clothes. I started doing my research how I can.
Where do you buy clothes from? Yeah.
What do I need to do? Like, I started registering my business and stuff, and I came in contact with some vendors from LA. So they would say me, hey, we have this with these styles.
These colors.
These colors.
How many you want?
Yeah, just like that. So I started little by little, right? And started making my clients, growing my clients list, and I kind of just took off from there, just little by little, and I was able to meet a lot of my clients, and they became my friends now. But I opened up a store at the mall in Mesquite.
In Mesquite, Texas.
Mesquite, Texas, yeah. I opened up the store there. And
because we forgot to put the hammer down where you guys are from in Dallas.
Oh, I live in Garland, but.
Oh, okay, got it. It's the homie over here. It's Oak Cliff over here. I got some shout out to my buddy Bruce and Angel Towar. They're down there in the Oak Cliff area down Mesquite. Mesquite's by Oak Cliff, right?
I mean, it's Dallas.
Ahí está un poquito like on the outskirts. Yeah.
Casi es igual.
I got you. Y luego?
She has to leave 30 minutes early. No, so I opened up the shop, and one of those days that I was just working the store, this lady came in. I want to say shout out to Sandra Hart. she came in and she was purchasing some stuff, and she's like, "Hey, I'm working with this group of people, these promoters from Dallas. I think you would do good to promote your store, and I'm gonna make some calls." So I was like, "Okay, cool," So they show up, and I spoke with this guy named Tyson. He works for a lot of the ladies from the Love and Hip Hop from VH1. So he's their like celebrity stylist.
Love and Hip Hop. I got a tie to Love and Hip Hop. Ahorita te digo, you're gonna freak out. We might know the same people. Keep going. Dale.
So when I through them I met up. I made a deal with an artist from Jamaica, right? That they were gonna come and film in the store, and I was gonna, hook them up with some clothes, and in return they were gonna do like promotion with the commercial, using the music.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Yeah.
That type of deal. So during that time when she came to film, and I was, catering, styling them and everything, I met my first manager, Cindy Davila. She's manager from New York. She was the manager for
So Christy, to get it straight, this is all before you started doing music?
Mm-hmm. See, but let me tell you something. Music, I always done music, like singing, dancing since a young age, like at the schools or at church. I was in choir and all of that. But I never pursued it because to me, it was something that it's not attainable. How do you go about music? How do I go and record a song? I think in high school, I record with one of my friends, Joshua Samarripa, with his computer that he had. I record like a little CD and a love song for a boyfriend that I had at that time. But that was as far as
hey, it's going to be worth money one day. You better hope he still has it. Ahí lo tiene escondido somewhere. It's under the mattress somewhere. He's probably married, got a few kids, but I still got the CD right here. I still got the CD.
So to me, music, it was not something that it was attainable or even possible for me. Like, it was not even in my radar. Like,
Right.
Like, I have given up before I even tried it. So when I met this girl, right, tan con el videographer and everybody, the whole entourage. So I just made a joke. I told the videographer, "Hey, give me your number so one day in the future I want to become an artist. I can just call you and we can make a music video or something like that." So the manager, Cindy, he told me, "You sing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I sing in the shower, like, no me agüitas." But it was a joke, It was a joke. So
and you're going along with it.
Yeah, I was just flowing, going with the flow.
Before I stop, I just saw right now, shout out to the homie, Stephanie Montiel's out there watching the show.
Hey,
shout out to Steph and Gabe. Zavala's in the house.
Yes, much love to them.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I had to. La dueña was on here, so I had to give her a shout out.
That's so cool. I love you guys.
Y luego, you're in the video.
So the manager, Cindy Davila, she asked me, "Hey, you sing?" I'm like, "Yeah, in the shower." So she's like, "Sing me something," and I was like, "Oh, damn!" Like right now, like, yeah, just sing something. So creo que le canté la de Alicia Keys.
Alicia, not even in Spanish. Alicia Keys. Okay.
Le canté un pedacito, and she just asked me for my number, y se lo di. Y a la semana después, she's like, "Are you serious about doing music? Would you be interested in doing music?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, I'll do it." Because I have, this artist. And,
it's a hustle.
And, I just went with it. Like,
So
me mandó un beat. Because she had this artist that she was working with in Mexico. His name is Fabio. He's in the like dance hall reggae type of vibe. So I heard his part y me puse a escribirle, like my part.
Yeah.
I've always been like creative like that. So we just met up and we recorded it, and that's how it all started.
You started talking about it.
That's how it all started. Yeah.
Wow. That's something else, man. I really love to hear people's stories on their hustle, right? Because, sometimes in life you got to do what you got to do. Life throws you different curveballs, and you can't just do what you're used to doing. Sometimes you got to do stuff that you were just fucking around.
Yeah.
Honestly, he was fucking around when he told like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And Look at you. Yeah, now here you. I mean, you've collabed with DJ Kane. I mean, we opened up with the song you did with DJ Kane. I mean, DJ Kane's. Everybody knows DJ Kane. You know what I mean?
I mean, I grew up listening to this man. Like, I was so like, really? I couldn't believe it. Like, I actually did
that. You recorded with him?
Yeah. To me, sometimes it's like I'm living a dream, but it's like, damn, it's reality. It's actually happening. And one thing that I learned is like when there's an opportunity, don't think about it, just go for it. So that's the way I go about life. If I see an opportunity, I don't think about it.
You go for it. We talked about this last night, Chrissy. You know, I think, you know, again, this is my own opinion, but I think a lot of raza, we get stuck in doing what we're used to doing. We're comfortable doing it, and we think about things that are uncomfortable. But like, nah, chale, I don't think I could do that. Like, I'm making what I need to make. My family's okay. I don't want to, you know what I mean? But if you go and watch all the Netflix documentaries, you watch all the Amazon shows where people have made millions of dollars, and not even millions, just a good living, right? Maybe not just a good living. They all have one thing in common. And that thing in common is that they took that chance, right? They put it all on the line and said, hey, I'm going to take this chance and I'm going to do it. And if it works out, you could sit there and say, hey, I got my. So what's the name of the clothing line?
Lux Exclusive.
Lux
Exclusive, yeah.
Exclusive. And let me guess, the model for Lux Exclusive?
You know, I actually started hiring actual models for that, and
well, you didn't want to show you.
No, I was just like excited. I would do fashion show. I would be behind the scenes. Like I just felt like I had low self-esteem or something. Like I didn't feel pretty enough. I didn't feel, which is weird because I don't know why women, you know. Sorry, but
so
that's how I feel like.
You were talking about love and hip hop. I'm like I told you, I'm not into any of that music. I honestly don't know any. I always say
the reality TV show.
Taylor Swift and Drake. That's right. Well, many moons ago, my wife has a prima, and we were introduced to this other female when we were living in California, and it just so happened, you know, she would come hang out on the weekend with us. We would party, we would drink, and it was just us. And she would talk. At the time she was rapping, and I was like, dude, I never heard of her or whatever. But what was popping back then was MySpace.
Okay.
Right. So one day we're drinking. She's like, yeah, I'm the most downloaded Latina on MySpace. I said, hold up, dog. What? She's like, I'm telling you, I'm the most down. Right?
Is it not the product?
What's that?
It's not the product? No.
No. Still the product was a baby during MySpace, right? Well, so the conversation goes on, and, you know, I'm like, whatever. I looked her up. I said, yeah, she does have a lot of people that download her or whatever. And I go on a deployment. I went to Iraq, I think. I came back, and my kids are watching TV, and they're looking at me. I'm looking at them, and it's Love and Hip Hop, and I'm like, yo, that's Samaya. You know Samaya Reese?
Samaya Reese, nah.
You don't? When we get done, you can look her up, right? She was one of the. She is the first Latina on Love and Hip Hop. She's the one where they lived in New York, and she was kind of like a heavier set. They used to give her a hard time, right? But she lost all that weight. And she used to stay at her house.
Like the first generation of Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah, it's one of the first or second generations. So, you know, for her to sit in there and tell me that she was going to do it, I'm like, whatever. And then I come home and I'm looking at MTV. I'm like, a la chingada. She's on there, you know?
Hey, pues también en Caso Cerrado en Telemundo. So,
so you know, like I said in the preview, right? You know, not only are you an entrepreneur, we just found out you make, you know, luxurious clothes. You sing, of course.
I'm a songwriter.
You're a songwriter.
I write my music, and I am.
And you just mentioned right now you're an actress.
I'm an actress too.
So how did you take acting school or what?
No, I didn't take no.
Just growing up in a Mexican family, you know how to act.
No, well, actually, because when I was a kid, I would be doing like plays and stuff like that. So that helped me. But I never took any classes for music. I don't know how to read for my life any musical notes. I just when I hear an instrument, I get the melody just comes to me, and I just start spitting I start mumbling like the melodies. And
so you don't read sheet music. You just
I don't know. You tell me what note is this? I don't know. I don't know anything like that.
Just play it.
No, my parents didn't have the money like that to put me through to that type of like classes. So everything that I done is just natural, whatever it is. I'm not the best vocalist. I'm not gonna put me like down, but I got my own little sauce.
Hey, but you know what? That you say you're not the best vocalist.
Like
in my years of doing this, it's not just the vocals help. Do not get me wrong, right? The vocals help greatly.
Yeah, it does.
But if you can dance, if you can entertain,
I'm an entertainer. I feel like I'm
there. You go. There you go. And that's your game. You're an entertainer. So that's all inclusive. You have to look good. You have to feel good, right? All that. It takes all that to be a package.
Yeah, I just feel like I have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this and that, and I just make the right marketable product for
and you're good. Yeah. I like to refer to like she's on to Stephanie.
Oh,
right? If you ever go to a Stephanie show, Stephanie looks good. She dresses amazing, and they put on a bad ass show.
She said,
the icing on the cake, her vocals are just they're untouchable. They're amazing. So but it's a package, right?
She's a package.
And use that to your advantage, man, and do what you got to do. Speaking of feeling good, right? Speaking of feeling good,
I'm feeling really, really good right now.
I did besides the tequila. I'm trying to pull up. I know I loaded it. There it is, right there. Check this out, guys. I have started working with my friends at the IV Nutri Drip. Not the drip like clothes. Have you heard about these things?
Yeah, I get those all the time.
Oh, see, well, I'm new to this, right? So the IV Nutri Drip, I did a video yesterday, and right now I'm on about 30-something hours. I feel amazing.
Yeah,
I feel amazing. So, guys, if you're in San Antonio, you're coming to San Antonio, you got to hit up these people, man. 210-426-8306. Make your appointment right now. Make your appointment right now. And they will take care of you, male and female. If you're feeling tired, sluggish, your joints hurt, you want your nails to grow, ladies, you want your skin to glow, you want your hair to grow faster, they got all the remedies for you. Hit them up. But guys, make sure that you come back and screenshot this code, or when you go, make sure you tell them that Bumpers Wacky Wednesday sent you. If you tell them that and you bring this, you're going to get $50 off your first visit to see these guys. So it will behoove of you if you do that, right? So shout out to my friends Vic, Eunice, and everybody out there at the IV Nutri Drip here in San Antonio. Great people. Just an awesome experience. I shared it today. So Christy, you've done these things.
Oh yeah.
You done? Okay, cool. As nobody can see us.
It's great for hangovers too.
Yeah, so that was another one. They mentioned the hangovers, and being able to cure a hangover. And I told him, I was like, man, well, I know sometimes, like, for instance, if you were coming here and say you got an award show tomorrow, and I say, Chrissy, let's go party. And you're like, Bump, I really want to party. I don't want to get drunk because it's going to be a long day tomorrow, whatever. You can already, how you plan for an Uber to pick you up when you're drunk? You can plan the next day to get your drip. Right? So that way you're ready to rock and roll for the next day, right?
Like a rock star.
Hell yeah.
Like a rock star.
So speaking of Stephanie Montiel and Christi Lux, what is the connection there?
I'm going to have to find out, man. We did some fire song. It's going to be great.
How many songs?
We did one.
One?
Yeah, but it's the right one.
Is this a secret? Was I not supposed to bring it
No.
up?
I mean, I already said it. It's just that the vibe is definitely, we want to fuse her style with my style.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And of course, with Gabriel Zabala producing it.
You know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
You know it's going to be good. That's awesome,
I got
man.
goosebumps when I heard her sing. When she was singing my lyrics, I was like,
You grew up listening to her, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
My dad is a big fan. You know, my dad is a huge fan.
Vamos con Stephanie.
Sí, le mandé, like, he even recorded a video. Hey, saludos para Polo. My dad was like,
Yeah. Oh, man, that's funny. Stephanie's like, it's fire. All right, that's what I'm talking
You're
about.
gonna have to like stay tuned. No, this is gonna be like a home run.
The manager's giving you the look. I don't know.
Well, you can say it's gonna be on your album.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be on my album for sure. Yeah.
So you're working on an album.
Yeah, it's an album. Then, man,
when do we have a roundabout time when you're gonna?
sometime next year.
Sometime next year.
I don't wanna rush things because I like to take my time with everything that I do, and you know, it has to be.
Even your tequila.
Well, no, except
No,
the
man,
tequila.
la tequila.
Por eso la movió para allá, para que no se me la acabe.
No, man. Chrissy, it's cool, man. I'm excited to hear that because, you know, I know Steph doesn't just collab with anybody, right? And Gabe just doesn't work with anybody. So already, you have those 2 check marks in my book, right? So it's gonna be legit.
Yeah, no, I have some big surprises, and you're gonna have to stay tuned so you guys can find out.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
And they'll be performing together.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be performing with her in Fort Worth, I believe.
In Fort Worth?
It's the day before the Guadalupe Awards.
So
The 18th. Yeah.
The 18th of November.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on a Friday. It's a Friday, right?
Saturday.
It's a Saturday?
Yeah, because
The Guadalupe Awards are on a Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Okay. And speaking of the Guadalupe Awards, I saw Cumbia Champs was on here. Shout out to Cumbia Champs and everybody at the Guadalupe Awards.
Yes.
You're nominated.
Yeah, I'm nominated.
How many?
5 categories right now. But I'm gonna be performing there also. So
At the awards.
at the awards.
Well, when I say what's up, no me das la, don't give me the kosher like I don't even know who this Mexican is. I don't know why
No.
saying what's up. No, hombre. Yeah, I'm looking forward to, man. So shout out to Cumbia Champs and everybody that's working hard for the Guadalupe Awards. I'm nominated for a Guadalupe Award. So if you guys haven't voted, you have until October 15th to go and vote. Look up the Guadalupe Awards, or you can go back on my Facebook page on Bumper Gomez. Look up the one where I promoting myself, and you can go there, click on the link, and you can vote. If you have more than one email, you can vote more than one time, right? So yeah, check it out. I'm looking forward to, man. The Cumbia Champs doing a really good job piecing together this award, and I just started this award show, and I just starting to see more and more people that are committing to the show. So it's gonna be a good time, man.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be good.
I'm excited to see you in front of a predominantly Tejano crowd.
No big deal.
Let me get some of this tequila. No big deal.
I'm not trying to be arrogant. It's just like I said, you gotta give always your best, you know. And I already performed at the fanfare. That was scary, you know.
So you performed this year at this last year's fanfare?
Yes.
How was that for you?
It was different. It was new, but you know,
how many songs did you get to sing?
I got to sing 15 minutes each.
4 songs, like 3 songs.
I performed twice. I didn't do 3 songs. I did a medley of like 5
But
songs.
you did it with tracks, right? You didn't have a band.
Yeah, and
that's rough, man. When it's just you up there in a track, it's already tough as it is with a band. But if it's just you by yourself, like.
No. It sounds better.
There she goes again. Nah, I got this. It's easy.
It sounds better with a band, of course, more live. But okay, tough to me was when I started doing the music, and then the manager that I have, she's mainly in the dancehall, reggae, hip hop, rap, and I'm like Latina. My music in Spanish, and I was performing before, even in front of Latino, Hispanic, or Spanish speaking people. I was performing sometimes at strip clubs, at hip hop rap events, and people were like, "What the hell is she saying?" But by the end of my playlist, people were dancing on the floor, twerking and dancing, and I mean, it's a vibe.
Did you say percolating?
Twerking.
Oh,
Yeah,
twerking. I thought you said percolator. Like, I'll let you do the percolator. Do the percolator.
No, twerking. I mean, yeah, and I would get work things like, you know what, girl? I don't know what the hell you were saying, but it's fire. So I was like, okay. So,
They're asking, did you do the radio? Did you do the radio gala fanfare?
yes, I did it for a little bit. Yeah, I did.
You walked through because the people from the Milwaukee Mexican Fiesta are asking if did you attend that?
I did.
Yeah.
I was the only.
Vanessa, she was there.
I was the only artist not dressed with a Tejano hat. Everybody was with their Tejano gear. I was just walking like my dog had a Tejano hat, not me.
I feel offended. I walked through there and I didn't have a Tejano hat on.
We didn't see you.
I didn't see you.
I was there. Vanessa can vouch for me. I was there. I did a quick walkthrough.
We're gonna have to go rewind and see on the live feed on the films.
No, I was definitely there. So let's talk a little bit about your music, man. How did you pick that style? Like, we said your parents had a good variety of different music. How did you pick to be urbano? Did you just say, hey, Tejano's not my, like, traditional Tejano music is not my thing, I'm gonna do it like this, or that's what was available to you at the time?
That's what was available. My former manager, in que en paz descanse, she was hip hop, dance hall, reggae. She worked with this big Jamaican artist. Her name is Spice. So mostly the style of music that she did was Afrobeats, dance hall style, and that's what I did. What she offered me, so I just sang it, but in Spanish, and then I started throwing a little flows, and I started kind of doing my own thing. You know what?
So you do a little rap too?
I don't do freestyle rap, but I flow.
Because I was about to go.
No. You know what? They gave me up this hardcore.
Oh, that's the Oak Cliff. My bad. You're Mesquite, or where are you from? Yeah, you're from Garland. My bad. Yeah. That's not okay.
No, they gave me this instrumental, and I'm over here working hard, making money. And supposedly like doing my rap.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I sounded like, fuck, I'm going hard with this rap. And then I listen now, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not a rapper.
What the hell was I thinking? So speaking of rap, who is your favorite Latina female rapper?
I mean, I will have to say it's Snow the Product.
Hell, give me some right there.
Mexicana,
Hell yeah.
Latina,
dude,
she's doing independent.
I said I don't really listen, but I do a lot of TikTok, and since I came across her a few years ago or a couple of years ago, I have slapped the table for me.
She goes hard.
I'll probably catch a lot of shit for this, but it's okay. For me, Snow the Product is the best female rapper I've ever heard in my life. Take the skin color out, take the word Latino out, just a rapper, female rapper. I do not think that there is another rapper out there that ever walked this earth that was a female that has the flow and the style that she does.
She can do anything. She's very
English
versatile.
and Spanish in a heartbeat,
how do you say it in English? Versatile. She's very versatile. She adapts quickly to whatever beat they put it. Because she's been collaborating with right now some hardcore Mexican rappers. She could
No, she's legit.
She's serving. Right
but you know what, Christy? Now thinking about it, what you're doing is what the youth is into right now, right? Like, you play music that people can like go to a club and you can dance to, right? But at the same time, if your lyrics are in Spanish, to the people who don't speak Spanish, they're still gonna jam it because it sounds good, right?
They love Latinos.
They love the way it sounds. They love the vibe. 9 times out of 10, I don't understand the reggaetoneros when they're singing their shit, right? But I enjoy the beat and the sound, right? The vibe. So I mean that's. But you don't really. It's not really reggaeton, right?
No, it's not like. I mean, it's not really like reggaeton. It's more like pop, urban pop too.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of the chanteo, the flow. Estoy tirando flow, pero es como cantando.
So you're singing and talking, but not rapping.
Yeah, it's not rapping. I call it flow. Like for example, that canción, Esta Noche.
See, I'm learning something new.
Yo solo quiero que te haga el amor. Yo solo quiero que me ceda el control. Yo solo quiero que me coma por paso. Lentamente, despacio. Yo voy a ser tuya esta noche. Noche de pasión y derroche. Yo sé que no me conoce, pero igual quiero ser tuya esta noche. Pa' que me coma completa. Esta noche la baby se puso coqueta. Quiero que sea mi Romeo y yo tu Julieta. Pa' que me coma completa, completa, completa. Ua, ua, ua. Suavecito, lento y sin censura. Hey, ua, ua, ua. Y con temperatura.
Hey, dude, I had to take the whole shot of that right there. Cheers, that was awesome. ¿Ya te lo chingaste?
Ya me lo chingué ya. Está muy bueno. Está bien. Con agüita, ¿no?
Hey, that was... You want one more? Or no?
Ay, manager, ¿qué dice? Ay.
One more, no?
Sí, está bueno, está bueno.
She's looking at the designated driver. She doesn't care.
No, pero está muy buena esa tequila. Me gustó mucho. ¿Dónde la compraste? Where'd you get it?
So, here's the story of this tequila. And just sip on that one. That's...
Yeah, sure.
The story of this tequila is it's only sold in Mexico. And I didn't believe Cari Carina, a female Tejano artist, came and she brought me this as a gift.
Wow.
And I didn't believe her. I'm like, hombre, they sell everything in America. What do you mean they don't sell this tequila? She was, look it up. So I went to all my contact, like, hey, bro, they don't have that.
Really?
Like, I called every wines and more. Like, we don't have
a liquor hookup.
So people see this and they think it's what's the one you said?
Corralejo. But
Yeah,
it is made by Corralejo. It's made by the same people. You can look it up in the back. It's like probably like a sub-brand.
How do you know that?
Right here.
Oh, on the bottom, Ticalero. Okay.
Corralejo.
Well, we need to get with them because they need to bring this to America to be accessible.
Yes.
But yeah, Cari brought it to me and brought me one bottle, and we had some drinks, and then I had some friends come over. My primo, shout out to my primo Julian and Criselda. They go to Monterrey a lot. So when they were here, like, hey, your head's like, no, quita pena, ¿qué es esto? And se chingaron toda la botella, so I guess they must have felt bad when I had left. So when they came back, they brought me 2 bottles. So now anybody going to Mexico, I tell them, hey, bro, can I cash app you, bro? Bring me some quita penas.
I'm gonna call my liquor hookup. A ver si te también.
Here we go. We're gonna get sponsored. By the time you know, we're gonna be sponsored by Lux Fashion and quita penas, right? Cornalejo. Christy, I'm just I'm in awe of your hustle and your game, right? And at the end of the day, if you're just joining us late, she got a little deep, right? I mean, not only there's a reason that she hustles and does what she does. You know, she has a son with special needs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about my need. Of course, the main goal is always I want to provide a better future for my family.
Yeah.
You know, create generational wealth for my family, things, you know. But also, the bigger picture is not just about me. It's not about the fame, but use this platform for greater good, and it's to be able to educate Hispanics and Latinos, and of course other people. You know, we're gonna grow together. That's the bigger.
And Chris, that's what it's about, man. You know, the lately in the music world, whatever your type of music is, right? Latino artists right now are making the bucks. That's what's in. For many years, it was just put off to the side. Like it was in a sense like only we were listening and jamming to that music. And now the Latino music is becoming truly international, right? There's people jamming this music in Australia and New Zealand, like all over the world because of the beat, right? They might understand like how many, think of the songs that we grew up with, like some of the reggae songs, like Snow, the Informer song. You remember that one? Or no? Chinga, I'm showing my age. Come on, guys, y'all help me out, right?
I mean, I heard
Informer.
Because it came out on TikTok not too long ago. You know, sometimes they resurface.
Yeah, that song came out. I didn't understand, but dude, you put that shit on in a club, everybody would go nuts, right? Shaggy, right? Shaggy, you know, half the shit he would say, I wouldn't understand. But people could move to
Shaggy,
it.
Shaggy, the
reggae.
Yeah, you know, I actually record a song at his studio in Jamaica. I was at his studio.
Really?
Yeah, one of my first songs there.
He's a former United States Marine too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a former United States Marine.
Cool.
Yeah. Real quick shout out to a good friend of ours too from the show, Mr. Chris Zavala. He's watching from Corpus Christi. He does a lot for especially for the female artists in Tejano music. He's always doing different projects and different stuff, showcasing all the different artists that we have in our onda. So Chrissy, you being a little bit different, have you had anything negative come your way where people are like, hey, chale, homie, you ain't supposed to be, this ain't Tejano. Like, no, be real. Like, have you had, and you don't have to call nobody by their name, but or seen comments or stuff like that?
Mira, I have, but one thing about me is that since I was a young girl, I always had people tell me, you cannot do this. You're not gonna amount to do this and that. It's like, okay, sure, let me just show you. I'm not about talks, I'm more about actions. And everybody has their opinions at the end of the day, but I just think it's funny if I go to a Tejano concert and they're not only singing Tejano, they're singing rock, they're singing country, they're singing everything, you know? So to me, it's like,
why am I different?
And it's not different,
dude. I didn't even think about that. That's a great point, right? Like we go to a Tejano concert. They're gonna sing a old George Strait song, or they're gonna sing a Randy Rogers song, or everybody. Or they're gonna sing Tennessee whiskey, right?
No.
That what's different?
No, I mean, and I just think it's funny because a lot of people, I heard I don't mean go into the drama, but people sometimes come and tell me things, and I just like, okay, whatever. But people that want to judge me because I'm not Tejano or whatever, but they're singing Regional Mexicano, so you're not Tejano either. That's how I see it,
Man, that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother subject. Don't get me.
Why limit yourself?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not gonna put myself in.
Don't limit yourself. I mean, some of these artists you're working with, they're big in their game, right? We might not see it if you're just a totally Tejano fan like myself. Like you would have to go and do an investigation and go and see who that person is. But you're not just doing collabs with like anybody off the street.
Yeah.
I mean, like you just told us right now, you're doing a collab with one of the biggest, if not the biggest females in La Onda Tejana right now.
Yeah.
Right?
And you know what? Tejano,
open arms. She's doing it with you with open arms at that.
And an open arm and open heart because she's real. And let me tell you something. Like Tejano music is not a genre. Tejano is a lifestyle. Tejano is vibe.
That's a Bobby Pulido shirt. Where have you heard that before? Did you hear him say that? I thought you were mimicking him.
No.
So when Bobby Pulido won the Grammy Award,
that's what he said?
That's what he said. He's like, hey man, Tejano music's not going anywhere. You remember? Because it's not just music, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, and well, he's 100% right. So it is. It's a vibe. It's not Tejanos. It's like we just love music. That's what it's about.
That's good, man. That's good. I think you're gonna do awesome.
Thank you.
And everything that you gonna do. And well, we couldn't do this show without a few people that are in my life, good friends of mine, good friends of the show, and they help me out every single week. Especially this guy right here. I don't know if you ever met him, but if you ever need a saxophone player that has the coolest vibe, Christy, you have to get with me. I have to hook you up with my boy, Ricky Ray, the realtor, 956-424-5724. He'll sell your house. He'll help you buy a house. If you're looking just to, rent your property, you're looking just to fix your credit, hit up my boy, Ricky Ray, the realtor. If you're just looking for a awesome conversation with one of the coolest vibes you've ever had in your life, hit him up, 956-424-5724. Ricky Ray is also, he performs with the Cumbia Kings. He performs with La 45. He's an amazing, amazing saxophone player. And I don't know who
Shout out to her.
makes your stuff, if you have t-shirts and stuff. But my boy Gibby, right, man? Gilbert Alamont, 832-546-5856. He calls himself Mr. Barbie. This guy has more pictures of himself than anybody I know. But he does great work. He works with the greats in Tejano music. He does a lot of people's merchandise. He can make tumblers, cups, caps.
I'm gonna have to hit him
You
up.
name it. He's probably some of the best prices in the industry. Gilbert Alamont, 832-546-5856. Big supporter and sponsor of Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, the Gibster. And after you buy your house, Christy, you got to be able to protect it, right?
Right.
Que no está llegando el Sancho, que no
Que
está
no,
llegando
que
la
un stalker,
Sancha,
un stalker.
right? You gotta have them cameras. Hit up my girl, female recording artist as well. You get to have a female recording artist in your house. Call my girl, Di Marie, 210-837-8623. That's 210-837-8623. She works for Vivint Smart Home. She can help you get your cameras in your house, and she can also help you get solar panels if you're trying to save on electricity, because we know how hot it gets around this place. Also, for all my veterans, shout out to all my veterans. Veterans Day is right around the corner. A good friend of mine, Sergeant Major Oscar Ornelas, retired. If you're a vet or your parents are vets or your tio's a vet, hey, ask him, hey, tio, you get disability? And if he does, like, hey, you know what? Let's get you some more. Hit up my buddy, Oscar Ornelas, 951-388-4072. He will help you with all those kinds of things with your disabilities, or maybe you just know somebody getting out, having a hard time adjusting to the civilian life, getting out of the military. Hit them up, but make sure you let them know Bumpers Wacky Wednesday sent you. And also this next weekend, 2 weekends, the city of Del Rio, Greenwood Park's the place to be. They're going to have an arts and crafts fair. They're going to have a classic car show presented by IGNC and the Texas Tint. Sunday, October 22nd. Show starts at 2 o'clock. Greenwood Park, Del Rio, Texas. Make sure you guys go out there and check it out. Show them some love. Christy, who does your social media?
What do you mean with social media?
Who does your social media? You do it all?
I mean,
Between both of you? Well, I got a good friend of mine, Mr. Joe Almaguer. You can hit him up at 956-693-9035. That's 956-693-9035. Joe Almaguer works with some of the biggest artists in regional Mexican, Tejano music. And I think he dabbles with some other stuff in California. But he is a marketing genius. Okay. He knows how to get them algorithms right, so that way you're in everybody's face all the time. And he does a very, very good job about it. So hit him up, man. 956-693-9035. Even if you own a small business, you're trying to get it out there, he will take care of you. He's another humble guy, loves to talk to people. So make sure you guys hit him up. And last but not last, we got one more after this. The Tejano Super Jam Part 2. I went to the Part 1. Excuse me. This is the Part 2. Speaking of you got to say it again. He's going to be there. Bobby Pulido.
Oh, my crush. Crush.
Bobby Pulido with his father, Roberto Pulido. Little Joe. Y la familia is going to be there. Grupo Signo. Right? Our good friends, Bianca Ruiz and Gabriela Martinez. Also, from the area, Grupo La Fiebre, Borracho de Besos, Solo Un Sueño. Dude, man, just name, these dudes have hit after hit after hit. They're all going to be there for the Tejano Super Jam 2 in Pearland, Texas. You guys you're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you look it up. Get your tickets, man. Get your tickets. Veterans, if you sign up before, you're going to get in free because it lands on Veterans Day. November 11th, Pearland is the place to be for the Tejano Super Jam Part 2. Shout out and brought to you by Reese Law Firm, my good friend Alberto Reese, and my other good buddy, Mr. Jim Luna from Quarter Moon Productions, where the stars meet the moon. Hala chica! Oh, man. Well, Christy, I think we're back right about now. Yes. Christy, what else, man? What else would, being able to be in front of people who follow you and stuff, and social media, you can, unless you're doing a live video, people can take a picture, or they can take a statement you say, and they can misconstrue it however they want. So that you have an open mic, a live video, what are some things that you want your fans to know about you?
I mean, I've been pretty open about my life. They know what's a big deal of where I come from, my roots, my kids. I mean, you guys have any questions? Go ahead and ask me. I'm really
I try to give her the mic so she. No, hombre, no te crees. No, Christy, and the reason I say this is because a lot of times, artists don't get on this kind of platform where you can just speak freely, right?
Yeah,
sometimes when you're in a radio station, like you have so many minutes before they start playing a song, and then you go back to you, and then you play another song. It's kind of hard to do those interviews. I love this show. Not because it's mine, but I love the show because the artist gets to just be themselves and talk about sometimes freely things that they don't get to talk
express.
about. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could say something like, I'm still a regular person too, and like anybody else. If I can accomplish anything, anybody can accomplish as well. So if you have any dreams, if you have any obstacles, just fall through, stay positive and work through them. And you will always have a friend in me. I know it sounds cliche, but you will always have a friend in me. Like, you can call me or...
What a pinche Toy Story.
I said, you will
got a friend in me.
No, for real. I'm just, my dad, he told me something that it really is stuck to me. He said, mija, no matter how far you go, no matter what you do, always be the best you can be. If you're going to be a barrendera, like somebody that sweeps, make sure you're the best one at doing that. Make sure whatever you do, you put your heart in and soul into it. And no matter how far you go in life, just always remember where you come from.
Hey, those are words that I live by every day. Every day. If more people thought like you, Christy, this world would be a way better place, right? Don't ever forget where you come from, no matter how well you're making it in life, how good your life's going. Never forget where you come from. And you know what? This goes for people who are not where they want to be. Maybe they're not having the life that they so once wanted, right? It's just seems every day something's going wrong for you, whatever. Go back to that too. Don't forget where you come from. Get up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Christy's a perfect example of living the American dream. I can't express that enough tonight. And I didn't know that till tonight in the interview, right? She's living the American dream. She came here, her parents brought her here, right, to work and make something for themselves. And here you are, man. You're getting interviewed on a show, right? Not that's my show, but you're getting interviewed. Like that's awesome, man.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Like I said, a lo mejor not everybody believes in God or whatever, but I'm a firm believer that, always be grateful. And like I said, he's the one that really makes things happen for me because he knows my heart. And I just feel like he puts me in the right time with the right people. I mean, he brought my beautiful, hardworking manager. And she happens to be
Let's give her a shout out.
Shout out to her because, I have an amazing team. The people that we work together, we're like a family. We are a family, actually, and we're all hungry. We all want the best for our families, and we ain't stopping. No, thank you.
So somebody was like, Bumper, tell her about Milwaukee. Well, maybe we can get her to, like, Milwaukee is the Mexican fiesta. You'd fit in great there because you could, all the different types of fans that go there, they would all love your music, right? Because it's not just a regional Mexican, it's not Tejano, it's kind of like it's Latino, right? But you're Mexicana. So and that's another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, Christy. Like the music you're doing, you don't see a lot of Mexicanas doing it. Mm-hmm. When I hear your music, I think right away Dominicanas, Cubanas, Boricuas, like that's that style of music, right? That's really heavy in their culture. I don't see a lot of Mexicanas doing that. I know they're out there, you know what I mean?
No, there's some, but they're more like pop, they're little, like, they're more pop. I feel like my urban music, it has kind of strong lyrics to it, like I'll be talking about stuff sometimes that men want to do, you know, but it's like reversing the roles. So to me, it's like, okay, you know, I that's something I carry myself, like character. I have character. Consider myself a strong person. So I really want to showcase that to my music, whether it's, and, you know, and I also have a soft spot too. So I have my little romantic side too. And, you know, so I want to showcase whatever I'm feeling, whatever the vibe is, that's what I'm going to be giving to.
And so, you know, you mentioned that you're a songwriter, right? So when you write a song, do you use your life experiences in that song, or it's maybe you're talking to one of your friends or, you know, some of your close family, and then you take their whatever happened and you kind of make a song, or a lot of the songs that you do write are part of something you've gone through?
90% of my music is of a life experience. The other 10 is based on somebody else's experience. For example, Donde Estará, when I wrote that song, it's talking about a love that is not there, but you still feel that love. And I'm not going to mention names, but
a love that is not there.
Yeah, that you don't know where it is, but you're wondering, where's this person at? ¿Dónde estará? Mi corazón que no lo siento, me siento vacía, me siento perdida, muriendo por dentro. So, I know this person that this couple, they're so in love with each other. But this person, one of the people in the relationship, has his life been destroyed by drug addiction. So, I mean, people that have been around people with drug problems, it's a hard situation. You know, you can lose literally everything that you have built. I have met people that had everything going great for them, and because for whatever reason they were hurting and they felt the need to go that route, and they lost it all. And then sometimes they end up in the streets. But the family also suffers. Not only that person, the family,
you hurt a lot of people along the way.
A lot of people along the way, you know, and nobody thinks about the other person dealing with that, you know, like, you know. So it's that's what the inspiration came about too, you know. And music is a way to express, but also anybody can interpret their own way. So
yeah, like that's great. I mean, I've sat with friends drinking. Man, I love this song, bro, because of the words, and we'll go into a conversation, and not necessarily the words because it's about somebody, just the words. Like you think about, like, man, that person's going through this and that, and then they'll give you the look like, what? That song doesn't say that. And then I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't say that? Listen to that shit. You listen to it again, and they're like, yo, I never saw it like that. You know, I didn't see it. So you're absolutely right. It's great when music has double meaning.
Double meaning, yeah.
Right? And speaking of double meaning, I'm a big TikToker, right? No. I don't make TikToks. I go down the TikTok hole, right? And you know what? Do you do a lot of TikTok?
I recently started because my manager, Nikki Nico, she's like, you need to get your butt in there.
That's where it's at. Like, honestly, if you want to get your name out there, that's where it's at. Like, you got my buddy on here. I think you know who he is. Tu amigo Pete is a DJ.
Tu amigo Pete.
In the Waco area, he supports everybody, man. He every time I go on, he gives me a big shout out. So, big shout out to my good buddy Tu amigo Pete. He's a great DJ. He comes out early in the morning, in the evening. And he's on TikTok, and I tell artists, like, you need to go on TikTok and show these DJs love, because that's how you get out. But going back to speaking of double meaning, I came across this song. Again, remember, it was just open conversation, right? Okay. I came across this song on TikTok by two gentlemen that I've never even heard of in my life, right? And the song was, you ready for the words?
Okay.
I met Jesus at a taco truck. I met Jesus at a taco truck. That's the name of the song. And so when I first heard it, I'm like, well, when we hear the word Jesus, that's the Lord, right? Talking about God.
Could be God.
Right. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, this guy met Jesus Christ at a taco truck. Maybe he was drunk and started talking. I don't know. So I hear the song, and I hear it again. When you play it the second time, Jesus at a taco truck, he was talking about a Mexicano
Your name is Jesus.
that was named Jesus, right? But his name, so he called him Jesus. But that Jesus treated him wonderfully, like they had known each other forever, and they kicked off a great relationship. They would laugh, while they were together, and that he let him know, like, hey man, I crossed over in Texas, I crossed the Rio, and I came to Tennessee, and here I have a taco truck, and I have a taco truck because I have a mom back in Mexico who's sick, so I make as much money as I can to make sure that my mom's taken care of. And the second verse is he goes back, and the taco truck's gone. Right, so he thinks the worst, like the government came and got Jesus and deported him back. But when I saw it again, it's like his hands were scarred. You know what I mean? Everything that he had gone through to get to that point, but yet he's still helping somebody. Right? It's Jesus. You could interpret it.
He learned something from it too, so it could be either way.
Yeah.
Because God works in mysterious ways sometimes.
So when you go home tonight,
I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up, right? When you go on TikTok, I met Jesus at a taco truck. I think he did it like in two separate. You watch one is the first verse, and then you watch the other one. It's the second verse. But yeah, man, you double meaning. It's Wacky Wednesday. We talk about everything, man. What is your favorite all-time female artist over all genres? And it can only be one.
I mean, what girls that grew up in Mexico and it has, it's not gonna say Selena. I mean, Selena.
Selena?
Selena, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she broke so many barriers.
No, she definitely did, man. Selena will always be the all-time.
She's the GOAT.
Yeah, she is the GOAT. And sometimes I sit here and think about when I'm in here by myself working on, making flyers or whatever, my mind wanders. I say, man, I just wondered, I think we all wonder that, right? What could have been? That, she's 23 years old.
So young.
23 years old. Her whole life in front of her. And what she had done already up to 23. And then even now, I mean, here we are talking. I mean, how many years? It's going to be 30 years.
Yeah.
What? It's going to be 30 years, right?
She's one of those icons that is just timeless. Like, like Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
You always got to talk about Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Selena.
Got you. Who is your favorite male artist of all time?
See, I'm the type of person, sometimes I change.
That's okay.
I have eras.
Today.
I have eras. Yeah. Right now, my favorite all-time male artist is Bad Bunny. I just like Bad Bunny.
El Conejo.
El Conejito Malo. Just because I don't know, maybe this has something to do with it, but when I was in New York at the Music Choice meeting with the CEOs there, I was walking on the Hall of Fame with all the artists had gone, like Cardi B, Madonna, The Weeknd.
That same hallway.
The same hallway. And when it was my turn, they're like, okay, you can go ahead and sign the wall, please. Like, okay. So I saw Bad Bunny. He said, El Conejo Malo, like La Nueva Religión. And I was just like, oh my God, he actually, so the product was there. So I saw it and I was like, oh my God, all these people walk just like me. And I'm here. So I signed it right next to his. So it's like an affirmation for me. Like,
yeah, no,
they
for
were
sure.
There. All of these people are there. I'm here. So that's why it's just, I have that connection.
That's badass, man. Hey, I mean, and bad. Okay, so it's probably the same answer, but if you could collab with anybody right now, who would that collab be?
That is.
You can't say Stephanie Montiel because you just done did that.
I mean, I'm gonna leave like Bad Bunny just because he's in another level, like But let's say here in Texas, or let's make it smaller, like or not smaller. Let's get it more closer to home. Probably Jesse Turner. Because if I say Bobby Pulido, I would not be able to perform in front of Bobby Pulido because he's my crush, so I can't. So it has to be Jesse Turner.
So Jesse Turner, if you're watching, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're in the 2-0, if I'm not mistaken, right now. hey, who knows? If the right people are watching, you know,
I
maybe
just like
put
his
it on there.
vibe. You know, I think he can do.
Oh yeah, Jesse's a
He can do.
you know what? I can see it. I can see you guys doing a collab together and maybe doing that collab on a live on a stage for people. I think people would eat that up, man. This is a question I've been asking my guests.
Okay.
And I don't mean nothing bad by it, but it's just a question that I found on the internet. It said, you know what? I'm going to use this for the next 6 weeks. You can use it too when you're doing your stuff, right? I don't think you're ready for this question.
Okay, I'm nervous now, but like, okay. Come on.
What is the grossest thing you do at home on a normal basis?
The grossest thing I
The
do?
grossest thing that you do like on a normal at home?
Grossest.
Like some people like, hey, I bite my nails or like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, well, there's. Sacarme los mocos. I mean, everybody. I'm gonna be real. Every freaking body does it.
Say it one more time. You what? Te como los mocos.
No comerme los mocos. No, señor. Se le está cambiando la historia. You change the story. No. I didn't say comer mocos. Dije sacarme los mocos.
Oh, okay.
No
pick your nose. Well, yeah, you're right.
Everybody does that.
You're all good. You know when I really do that like when we're in 5 o'clock traffic and like people cut me off or whatever, and then I pull up next to them. And they're ready to cuss out or whatever. I'll just stick my finger on my nose and I'll look at them. I'll just continue to pick my nose.
You know what? I actually did that one time. A guy was trying to hit up on me, so I rolled down the window.
Here, you like me now?
My son was little at the time, and he's so protective of me. And my son was like, you know, because he was honky trying to get my attention.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, you're going to get my attention.
But you know what? That's funny. Sometimes when you're driving and then you're on a stop sign, a stoplight or whatever, and then you see people next to you and they're like really digging in there, like nobody's watching. Like if they're on their own little world, they're really like concentrating. They're like, and they're just looking at like, what the hell? Like they don't care. Like you're just in your own little bubble.
Oh, shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. The beautiful Christi Lux. She picks her nose just like we do. No, that's cool, man. That's cool. You know, like I said, man, it's Wacky Wednesday. I like for your fans to get, you know, another little side of you other than, you know, I say every week, like I don't like people to just know like, hey, you go up and sing, you perform, you make these awesome videos, you sell beautiful clothes. Like I want people to know that, you know, you're a human being, right? You got a life, and again, tonight I'm just so honored to have somebody who's actually living the American dream. Because like if we're born on this side, like you know, we already have, we're up one already, right? We're born in this great country that we all love, but I love to hear, you know, people always ask me, Bumper, what is your favorite episode of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday? And there's a lot of them. I mean, we're going on 3.5, almost 4 years of doing the show every single week, every single Wednesday. And my favorite episode, Christy, is the American Dream. And the American Dream is, there's no artist. It has nothing to do with music. It was when I first started the show. I was just getting random people, interviewing them about their life stories, because everybody has a story, right? And people could learn from people's story. Well, I had my friend on there, and he was from Nicaragua. And he gives this story of like waking up and just saying, hey, man, I don't want to be here no more. I got $40 American to my name. I'm going to make the journey up. I don't know anybody. I don't know family. I'm coming by myself. And I just don't want to be in the rancho anymore. Like I want to leave. And he gave a story. And I'm talking like the interview like we're having, like we get into details. Like, dude, how did you piss? How did you use the bathroom? You know, he talks about being on the trains. Like, where do you get food? You don't have no money. Like, you know, him talking about like the little pueblitos in Mexico, when the people get on the train, they would get like little tortillitas with frijoles, and they would make, you know, just little taquitos, and they would put them in bags. And when the train would come by, the people that didn't have anything would still find a way to make something and throw it to these people on their journey up north, right? And when he got here, how the coyote robbed him and how he had to come across illegally, how he made himself learn. Like, the story is just amazing. That is my favorite interview of all time. Like, I cried. Like, I get choked up right now just thinking about it because I'm passionate. I'm really passionate about our cultura. And yes, I was born here in the United States, you know, and my wife's dad's side of the family, they're all from Querétaro. So, and I'm really close with their family. So I love to hear their stories. So it's near and dear to my heart. I have a lot of friends that crossed illegally and just, they became good citizens of this country.
Like successful stories. That's
successful stories,
yeah.
Right? No vienen a cagar palo like everybody wants everybody to believe. And we can go into politics, whatever, like to each its own, right? To each its own. But where I was going with it is just that, you know, you're living that American dream, and I love it. Like I will always stand by. That's my favorite interview. Maybe until one day another one comes, and I'm like, okay, that one beats that one.
I mean, living my American dream. Well, thanks to también our soldiers in the military, thanks to them, because they're the ones that have been, you know, like fighting. Just like yourself, thank you for your service. Nikki too, she's a soldier. So, you know, they fight for this beautiful country, and I'm just so grateful that I'm here and be able to provide a better future for my next generation. So
I'm pumped, dude. I get to see you here in the near future perform live. And usually when I don't know an artist, I don't give them love. Neta, I'm one of those people. If I don't know them,
you don't get my love.
No. I just no me voy a sentar and be like, oh, okay. I'm gonna go talk to friends and be like, okay, that's the ambient music, right? But if I know them, like, oh shit, I want to sit down and watch this shit right here, right?
I'm the same way in a way.
You're like that too, right? Like if you know me, you just find to have that connection, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Chrissy. Like before, when I knew that I was gonna call you guys last night, and you know, I was hoping you guys, if you guys would have said no, I would have been like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do, right? I probably would have done nothing. I probably just not posted anything. But having you here and being, you know, an artist from, like, you're promoting urban music, it's good. It takes me out of my comfort zone. It makes me do other things and learn about other stuff, because I can't do what I do and just be like this, right? Yeah, you know, I can't grow. You got to grow and look at other stuff. And you're part of, you said it, right? It's Tejano's a lifestyle, and you're Tejana.
My love, right? Boy Pulido said it. Tejano's a lifestyle. I just happened to say it, and I didn't know. I just learned that today. So.
Speaking of Bobby Pulido, so Bobby Pulido was on another podcast last night, and he gave me a shout out. He's like, hey, man, I got to go out there and do bumper show. So that's coming, ladies and gentlemen, here real soon. Stay tuned. We'll invite you. You could be a guest.
Can I say something real quick? No disrespect. I don't know if he's probably married. No disrespect to his lady or anything. I'm just like, you know, it's all
married.
love. It's all love. So.
He's married.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No.
You're not gonna be the first lady, and you surely ain't gonna be the last lady.
Yeah.
That tells her you love him. It makes you shake that bote bumper. Shout out to Sergio Barbosa. You know Sergio Barbosa?
Yes, my homie Sergio Barbosa.
Yeah, have you done this podcast?
Of course I did.
Tacos en Tejano?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And the restaurant's actually pretty good.
Have
you eaten at his restaurant?
I haven't eaten at
wow,
the restaurant.
Sergio, really, dog?
That's the first thing I'm going to do when I get back to Dallas.
He told me that the reason that you guys do the podcast is because he gives you a certificate para ir a comer ahí en el restaurant. No te creas.
What? No. He did tell me about it. We just we didn't get around it. But when I get to Dallas, I'm gonna hit you up, Sergio.
Yeah.
Tacos.
No, and here we'll share contact as well, man. When we go to Dallas or I do something in Dallas, I would love for you guys to come and hang out. Please. I got a lot of primos in the shout out to the Aguilones and family there in Fort Worth. I go to Fort Worth. Mark Fabila. I don't know if you know Mark Fabila. He's a big Tejano fan. He's between San Antonio and Fort Worth. He follows everybody. He's another big guy there from Sergio's like, it was closed that night. Good answer, Sergio. Good answer. Good answer. Las Vegas, what's up? Let me go here and do some shout outs. Shout out to Bobby Castaneda watching on YouTube. Thank you to everybody watching on YouTube. Bumper Gomez channel, man. I really, really appreciate it. Check this out. I need you guys to start going and liking and subscribing and sharing to Bumper Gomez's YouTube channel, right? I'm in a contest. If I get 5,000 more subscribers, I win a trip to the Alamo.
The Alamo?
No, nothing crazy. No, you guys check it out, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I know we got a lot of people on Facebook, but YouTube. If you're not liking, subscribing, and sharing, you got to have an account.
Yes,
you can't just go to youtube.com and hit like, subscribe, and share. Hit the bell, so when we do go live, it gives you a notification like, hey, Bumper's live. I do lives all the time, I do random lives. If I run into you somewhere like, hey, boom, we'll go live, or I see you performing, do a few minute live and stuff. So I want it to grow. I want the show to grow, and I hope I'm growing, and I get a fan base of urban artists, right? To get on. Versetti. Is it Versetti?
Versetti?
What?
Again?
His last name's Versetti.
Versetti.
Ricky Versetti?
Ricky Versetti. No, I don't know.
He does kind of like he does some stuff with Savannah V.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm very bad with names. Sometimes I have to interact with the person, see them, learn it, so I can remember. Because
Bumper Gomez. Yeah, Ricky Versetti. Maybe if you run across him, you guys could really do some, because he's that kind of style, that music that you play. Saludos from the West Coast, Moses Lake, Washington. Saludos to California, watching from California. You guys tune in real quick. Shout out to my good friend Isa Monserrat. Do you need a mariachi outfit?
I mean,
you need a mariachi outfit, dude. You need to do a song. Next video, manager, hook her up.
If it fits me.
Hey, dude, she will make it fit you, and it'll fit you like it'll be, it'll be Christi Lux style. Okay. Pero, right, Isa, make it happen. So shout out to my girl Isa she's from the Mariachi Connection, I believe, here in San Antonio. She actually helped out Paul Wall. You know Paul Wall, the rapper. Yeah. Her and her son. He came out in the video with the mariachi stuff. He got it there with them.
I like to design sometimes, so maybe if I can come up with some design for that, for the mariachi inspired outfit, we can definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Vanessa, I'm not singing tonight. I don't sing urbano. Her mom gives me a hard time because I'm always singing. Like when I have people here, they come and play, right? Well, if I'm drinking, pues me pongo a cantar, and I forget the mics right here. She said, come on by, visit the Mariachi Connection with Josie. So there you go. So when we see you on a badass video, I'll be like, that's because of me, bro. She's wearing that mariachi. I gave her that idea. Mr. Reyes, ¿qué onda ese? How you doing, sir? Man, shout out to everybody watching tonight. I'm happy that people are watching and engaging with the show tonight, because I know I'm one of those people sometimes. Like, I'm used to watching the show, and then when it's music that I can't associate with or I don't know about, I'm not. But you're here, you're learning just like me. It's cool. Her roots are us. Her roots are just because she's not playing with an accordion and a bajo sexto, right? Like,
¿Cómo se llama
the keyboard?
Synthesizer.
The synthesizer. Yeah. If Paul Wall can do it, so can you. That's what she said right there.
Thank you.
Yeah. The poster, man, I got to put up the poster. And I got the El Cantante poster.
Yeah, I got a poster for you.
Yeah, so we're going to so next time you come, Vanessa, we're going to have a poster. I'll put it in a frame. I'll have Christy sign it for me, and we'll not over there on that wall. If you notice, that wall is more people who are besides the Mexican Fiesta poster, which I only got 2 years ago. I don't have this last year that I was on. I don't know. Maybe somebody can make it happen. I don't know if somebody's watching. But the Mexican Fiesta did not provide me with the poster this year. So, well, maybe next year. We'll see. Or in 2 years. I don't know. I might get another poster. I'm throwing jabs right now. Have you figured out what that wall is? What is it? They're icons. They're not here anymore. Yeah, exactly. So we're not going to put you on that wall. We'll start a new wall. But see, but Chrissy, if I do that, you know what's going to happen, right?
There's gonna be
everybody that wants to come in, they're like, well, how come I'm not up there?
Well, they got to start somewhere, and I can't.
Hey, but they should have brought a poster.
Don't say that because I do have some posters. Oh, shit.
It's the first Urbano, though.
There
The
you
first
go.
Urbano poster.
Okay. I got you. No, man.
We're going to do
It's
a comparison. Years later, de esa primera vez, and
yeah, there you go.
And renew it. Bring your new poster, an updated one.
Yeah, there you go. Pete Medina, what's up? Bumper from Fort Worth, man. What's going on? Sergio Barbosa, I need a mariachi outfit for the Tejano Music Awards. Sergio, they can make it. Dude, you got to come down this weekend, though. They can make it happen. I'm pretty sure they can make it happen. He's gonna wear a mariachi outfit to the.
Yeah, it's next week. No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. You going to the Tejano Music Awards?
I'll be there.
Yeah. You already got the outfit.
I already got everything.
Luxurious outfit.
Me, my style.
Lux exclusive.
Well, if it's your style, I can pretty sure some men are probably gonna get they're gonna either have to be wearing dark sunglasses or they're gonna get popped upside the head. I can guarantee that. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh yeah, they do a performance actually, but not. I was performing, and sometimes I like to engage, So, I was at a venue, and I got down from the stage, and so there was a crowd of people, and I don't really like go and choose somebody. So there was this guy that was like really paying attention. So I stood there and started singing to him, and I not flirting. I was just like singing to him. Oh man, out of nowhere, this lady, that's my man. She freaking dove like. I just so I caught her and I just like she missed me but she went bananas I'm like nobody wants your man, bro. It's just part of the show.
Wow, no, I mean, but I can see it. I mean, it's women's a woman's nature to protect what's theirs,
come
right?
on, it's like insecure.
Or they can't go.
Oh yes, like the wives or girlfriends do not let them come
to get an autograph.
Yeah, I know. They're just looking at them. Yeah, or I'm walking somewhere, right, and then I see a couple, and you can tell the guy's nervous. They're trying not to look, but the wife be looking.
Hey,
just look,
Chrissy. You know what you should do next time? Dale un wink.
No.
Neta! When they're doing that, just say, give them a wink, like, hey, bro, I know you're looking. Or the lady, like, hey, you want to stare at me? Boom, there's your wink right there. No, don't do that, because something happened feel bad. Urban recording artist Christi Lux at the local mall in Dallas in a feud this afternoon.
Oh, man. They won't even recognize me.
They'll be on TMZ.
Yeah.
They won't recognize me. Well, I say that. People do recognize. Sometimes I don't wear makeup and I'll be like, no, voy bien toda chimoltrufia, so nobody recognizes me. No, hombre, que agüite. Iba a la tienda y una señora.
Well, you know what, Chrissy, it's funny you say that, right? Because I'm looking over at you. I don't see you. Don't look like you wear like a lot of makeup.
I don't, but in my head I'm thinking, yeah, maybe they won't recognize me.
Yeah.
But now they do.
but there's some ladies that they wear a lot of makeup, but
in the clothes too, I'll change it. Sometimes I'll be looking out like extra baggy, be like walking maybe a little different. But no, they still recognize me.
Bien Oak Cliff, their mother.
When she comes out, I was about to say, when she comes to Oak Cliff.
When she comes to Oak Cliff, she got to dress like she's from Oak Cliff. That's what I'm talking about, man. Dodie, I want to say it's probably Rodriguez, but it's Dodie RDZ. Hello, saludos from Dodie y Nivel. I love Christi Lux's song, ¿Dónde estará?
Oh, thank thank you. Saludos. Big hugs.
Yeah.
Desde mi corazón tan grande para ti.
Yeah. Velma Lopez, great show, Bumper. Thank you, Velma. Thank you for watching every single week. I really, really appreciate it. Shout out to a good friend of mine. She was out there doing great things for our culture this last week. She's become almost another mom for myself, Miss Fela Salinas out there in Milwaukee. She was in Washington, D.C., meeting with all kinds of people with politics and our cultura and stuff like that. So it's always great to know people like that and have those kind of people in your corner. Right. So my last question for you for the evening, Christy, is if there was anything that you wanted to be that you're not doing now, what would it have been?
Well, I mean, I changed. At first, I wanted to be a monja, a nun. You know, a monja.
So when you say that, I take it seriously because I believe that you have a strong Catholic faith.
I was raised Catholic, but I wanted to be a monja.
You wanted to be a monja?
Yeah, I wanted to be a monja just because I grew up in church when my
they
literally forced me to go to church, and actually it grows on me. It grew on me. So, but also I wanted to join the military, but I just never did because it's gonna be for another episode. Circumstances of life,
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're always welcome here. If whenever you guys are coming, you're gonna do something like, hey, Bump. We want to come by and chit chat with you. And hey, if it's going to be a Thursday or a Monday or a Tuesday, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Wednesday, man. My doors will always be open to you, for you to come by and just shoot the shit with me, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Get people up to date of what's going on with Christi Lux. I can promise you that after tonight's show, you have at least one more new follower who didn't know who you are. And that's what it's, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right?
No, thank you. You know what? I appreciate the rawness, because this is not scripted. This is just something like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're just at a
little
bar.
bit of
everything. And I appreciate the realness and the straightforwardness of everything. And it's not boring. Like some places can get boring.
Chrissy, where were you born?
No, I mean, but we cover a lot of.
Yeah, no. That's what I love to do, and the reason I do it, Christy, is because, again, for your fans, for the people who follow you, you can always refer back to, like, hey, you know what? I don't got time to talk right now, but go check out this podcast, and that what you want to know is on there, right? And I hope that you continue to watch the show whenever you can. I know artists are busy. But it was an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show. And before I end the show, I always do this every single week. I'm going to give it to you one more time. I'm going to give you the mic. You can do any thank yous, any hellos, any saludos, anything you want to say. The mic's yours. The show's yours.
I just want to say, thank you first. Mm-hmm. Thank you for all the people in my life that has been supporting my dream, because it is. I get to live my dream because of you guys. I'm here because of you guys too. I want to say too, I want to invite everybody cordially to the Guadalupe Awards 2023 that is going to be taking place here in San Antonio, Texas. Get your tickets. It's going to be fun. Bring out your family. Well, not your family because it has to be over 18 and over, I believe. But, come out and show love and spend time with all of us. It's going to be a great night and you're not going to regret it. So thank you again for the opportunity to have me here, Bumper. Yeah. It was a pleasure.
All right, so just don't forget my name and my face, like you said.
No, I got you.
I got you. All
right,
Christi
Lux Music. You guys can follow me across all my social media platforms.
And you can find them at ChristiLuxMusic.com.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about right there. We had a comment. Somebody said from Florida, like, I didn't know who she was till tonight, but now I'm her number one fan from Florida.
Thank you. I love Florida.
Yeah. And don't forget, guys, make sure you have until October 15th to vote for Christi Lux, for Bumper Gomez. When you see those names, you just make sure you put the dot next to those names. And, go through there and look, man. And if you see, I always tell people, if you see a subject you don't know and there's a bunch Go look them up.
Yeah.
What else? If you're bored going through a ballot, look them up and see what song you like or whatever whatever the name is, and pick somebody. Don't just randomly pick. But before we end the night, I want to thank every single person who supports Bumpers Wacky Wednesday on YouTube and on Facebook. From the bottom of my heart, man, thank you guys so much. It means so much to me when I get to go out and talk to the people who watch and tell me, Bumper, I really enjoy your shows. They make my night. Or you get the wife like, no hombre, eres tú. Every time I catch my husband on the damn phone, he's watching your damn show. So I get a kick out of that, right? But you're right. Don't forget to go out and support Christi Lux wherever you see her name. Make sure you go out there and support her. And when you stop her, make sure you tell her that you saw her on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, man. To everybody, if this was your first time watching, on behalf of Christi Lux, thank you guys so much. We do this every single Wednesday, right? Every single Wednesday at 7:30. We do this right here. And in keeping with changing stuff around, Christi Lux, first urban artist, one of the very first Texas country artists that I ever had on the show, is making a return next Wednesday. So I'm giving you 6 days or 7 day warning. Get your cold beer, get your tequila ready, right? Because I got two young men that are they're hot right now. They're super, super hot. When they first came on here back in the day, they were rising. Right now they're super, super hot. The Solis brothers. If you guys never heard of them, check them out. You got a whole week to check them out. Find whatever your favorite songs is, and then you can comment, and maybe they'll be able to play your song right here on the show. So the Solis brothers next Wednesday right here on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. It's going to be a show you don't want to miss. Christy, thank you so much. Right? And to everybody watching, again, thank you guys. Have a great, great weekend. Be safe. Tomorrow's Viernes Chiquito, if you didn't know. Right? So we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Right?